Fantastic. So there we go. I hope you guys can see. Guten Tag, as we would say in Dach in German. All right. So I would like to start this session in a very different mode. I know things are changing from the perspective of jobs market in India is little dynamic. At the same time, you are seeing a lot of recessions going on in India. People are skeptical how things are going to progress and how things are going to advance in terms of Europe perspective. So we are going to look into that as well. But let me give you an understanding. So in today's session, we'll make the agenda very clear. I will try to give you certain insights, like in case you want to proceed on your own for your quest to find a job in Europe. How do you do that? And obviously, by the end of this session, you will go back home with something in your mind, something in your, some techniques which you can apply on your own adventure. And obviously, if you want my help, if you want my support, my team support, we are always there to guide and, support you. I hope you guys are all in my WhatsApp group, connected in my Facebook group, in my YouTube group, Instagram, everywhere. We are posting a lot of knowledge. So please be there. Please be the first to get. Sometimes we also post certain new openings, hot openings, which are coming up. So that also we are posting there. All right, so let's begin. So hi, I'm Alok Khare, and I actually have 18 years of experience in the domain of operations management, hiring, and all that. So I would really be giving you more or less the techniques of how a European HR is looking into things and what are they looking into hiring you. Okay, so with all this perspective in mind, and yes, I do speak Italian, French, German, as you can see here. So these are my core knowledge, but obviously operations management, recruitment, these are also have been my domain from 18 years, especially in the terms of European market. All right. So yeah. Let's look at the insights into the Europe market initially, how it happens. But before that, let me give you in generic what the job market looks like in general, and then we will penetrate into the Europe market. Okay. So let's set the expectations very right and clear. This webinar is for who and what. So basically, this webinar is for the folks who want to either upgrade the salary by moving into Europe, next level, career enhancements, looking for jobs abroad, got stuck in bored and toxic environment and want to move ahead. So these are from those perspective. Freelancers, not so much, but yes, I would be looking at people who are hardcore into corporate environment, not from the business perspective. I will not be catering to any business folks who want to go abroad and settle. Specifically for the corporate people with some amount of experience or even freshers, we can cater into them as well. But at least with adequate education, qualified degrees from that perspective. So most of us, we get stuck in these three categories. That is, if we are applying very randomly. We are just applying in like spray and pray method. So either we are not getting interview calls at all, or when we are getting, we don't know how to appear, and we get the automatic mail from them saying that it was pleasure having received your candidature, and we will get back to you when the position really looks appropriate for you. However, we continue to see that position still appearing in LinkedIn or any of the job portals. So that means they are actually looking, but we are not the right fit for them, despite having all the qualities and qualifications. So how do we do that? What do we do specifically for that? So you see here, these are the interview process of 4 stages of rejections which happen, and these are the stages of hiring which happens. Okay, how the rejection and hiring. So let's look into this. So either we get rejected at the resume screening itself. Okay, when the screening happens, I'm still not talking about the ATS and non-ATS guys. Okay, I'm still not talking about that. It could be ATS or it could be human eye, both the perspective the rejection could happen. Number 2, the resume review by HR or recruiting hiring manager. So here is the ATS which rejects, which is 80% of the resumes are rejected by ATS guys. Okay. And then the hiring manager, who will be taking 5 to 8 seconds only to review your resume. And in that 5 to 8 seconds, he'll be leafing your everybody's resume, and you would be actually, decided whether you are the right candidate or not. But you need to do certain things so that he sticks some more time into your resume, and eventually he picks up the call and rings you up for the further evaluation. All right. Then we can look at what are the assessment interviews, okay, whether the interview has been arranged or not. Okay, that is a stage 3. And stage 4 is salary negotiation. So we all look for this. This is the pyramid which progresses from stage 1 to stage 4. All right. Now that is a procedure from our perspective. From the employer's perspective, let's look at things from the employer's perspective. So when they put out any kind of position, okay, they have a requirement, they want to put out a position, what do? They first advertise, okay, and job boards. So here, for example, whenever they advertise, they initially take the IJPs, the internal job promotion postings in the company, because that's how the protocol goes. They need to first evaluate and give chance to those who are actually in the company. So that's the one, okay, which you from the bottom if you're progressing. Then they contact the existing staff. Suppose they do not find the required person and they want to fulfill that that position, they will contact the existing staff to refer to certain people. That is also a very powerful mode. Third, obviously they go for networking or word of mouth, or it could be your LinkedIn connections from there. Then it goes to the professional organizations. Then you have the recruiting agencies, and eventually you have the advertising and job boards. So that's how it goes. The employers go from here to here. However, unfortunately, we start looking from this to this bottom. This is how we go. We as an employee, we start looking into the advertising and job board, then recruiting agency, then we start going into this. But the employer looks the other way around. So that's where we are standing 360-degree apart from the expectation of employer. That's number one. If we start aligning ourselves from the way that they are looking at, we would definitely be picked up at this stage itself. But for us to reach at this stage, obviously we are not part of the company. So this stage rules out for us because we are not part of that particular company where the hiring is happening. But we can certainly look into this stage, the second stage. But we are starting from top bottom. That's the first mistake that we are doing. All right, that's the first mistake. We should start aligning with the recruiter's point of view. All right, let's proceed ahead. So how the hiring process, the same thing which I explained to you. Let's break it down into percentage. All right, 20% happens with the internal staff movement, that is the IJPs. Okay, 35% happens with the staff referrals. That means if there are 100 positions in a given company, 35 would be fulfilled by the staff. Okay, the rest of 20, I mean to say. Okay, then you would have the rest positions by the HR hiring. So either the HR will look into the job portals, or they will look into the internal reference. They either the company website. Company website also plays a great role, guys. Company website has a far better reach than job portals. Okay, then you look at the recruiting agencies. That's the last option because they have to shell out the money. Okay, till here they love this position because what happens in here, the person who is referring gets something called a referral bonus. So he's also motivated, and at the same time the person who is coming in also having that amicable relationship. Okay, and then we go eventually to the recruitment agencies and then the job portals. Okay, that's how we go. And like I said, most of the jobs are not in the job portals. Only 10% are there. The rest are all actually submerged down the ocean. That's called the red ocean to blue ocean strategy. So 87% of recruiters look in LinkedIn. But when we're looking at Europe, there are more powerful websites than LinkedIn. Zing, for example. So there also you play a great role in terms of being picked up. So there also. So these are the old methods that we have been doing: creating profiles and waiting, visiting career paging and applying, approaching people on LinkedIn, ask the referral to friends, dependent. So this is the common approach. That's the old dated approach that we have been doing for actually looking into this 10% of things which is just shelling out. Okay, we need to look at this. And let me tell you one thing: the portion that you're seeing submerged is in Europe is called SME. Okay, they're called SME. That means they are the folks who will be small and medium-sized enterprise. And they are not the top-notch companies such as Google, Microsoft, and all that, but they're the top-notch companies from the second grade, but they are excellent in terms of being employee friendly, also in terms of shelling out the money to get them visa sponsorship, etc. Okay, coming to the next thing, we have already discussed what are the various reasons that our candidatures gets rejected. Number one is resume not getting shortlisted. Number two, multiple application, no calls, not getting call back after screening, highly qualified but still no offer, low salary offers, not presenting well in interview, rejected in interviews, etc., 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 etc. We can go on in this, and you guys are all familiar with this kind of rejection criterias. And that's the reason in our academy, what we show first thing is to how to apply for a candidature in a completely different way, in a way which is, you don't, from the day one, you start to see the results happening. So we start very specific. So you go to YouTube or you go to any of my social media handles. I start putting certain, sprays of what we are doing in the academy so that you can get a little bit influence and you can take up some best practices and also implement. So these are the various techniques. We look at the job portals, we look at into the tools, hiring techniques, to getting through 8 years, we need to do all that. These are all things which everybody know. We also know that the employee takes only 5.5 to 6 seconds reviewing an individual resume. And in that 6 seconds, you need to break your metal, you need to showcase your skill set, you need to actually stand out, okay? So 75% are rejected by ATS itself, initial. For example, ATS stands for Application Tracking System. 75 to 80%. The strategies have even further evolved, especially in Europe. The rejection happens mainly by the bots or the phase which are handled by this mechanism, this firewall kind of thing called ATS. They reject your resume depending on various criteria, either the format, or there are too much graphics in it, and most important, the keywords are not matching to what you are applying for a JD. What you guys do, what we all do, is that we just make one resume, we take a resume service and we decorate the resume, beautify it, we make it most attractive looking, but we do not consider looking at the keywords which are actually syncing vis-a-vis to what has been implemented or imprinted by the employer in the job portals. We need to take care of that, but which we are not doing. Okay, that's the reason we get rejected. So we will show you how to overcome ATS first, and then how to overcome the 6 seconds bracket of a human HR who's actually leading. And I will show you certain testimonials. I'm sure you guys are all in the WhatsApp. You guys are able to see how we are actually showcasing. There was a colleague named Ganesh who had come on board, I think a couple of weeks back. He has got 2-3 interviews lined up in this week itself, and he's almost on the track of getting recruited, following these simple strategic practices. So yeah, these are the tools: Job Scan, Job Score, Bamboo HR, Smart Recruiter, which you can actually use in terms of evaluating how much close you are in terms of this ATS perceptive. Okay, from here, this bots, when they're rejecting you, ATS. So these are the tools where you put in one side your resume, another side your JD, and it will give you an evaluation of how much you are in terms of the JD. But these are all globally used. However, we will show you specifically to Europe how it happens as we evolve. Okay. So like everybody says, it's a ratio of 40% to 60%. In our academy, we make sure that 70% your score is in one of these sites, ATS proof site, so that your resume actually crosses the boundaries of ATS and goes to a human HR, so that they actually start to read your resume, they start to evaluate a resume. What it'll be of no use if resumes is going and banging at the boundary and coming back of ATS. How much ever beautify, how much ever great, how much ever investment you would have put in the resume, if it is not going to a human HR, it is just bouncing back off a bots, it makes no sense. So that's the reason I always say I'll be sitting down with you guys and making sure that this evaluation hits 40 to 60% and more for it to actually cross the boundary of ATS and go to the human HR. Best way, like I showed you the pyramid as well. Okay, 85% of open positions are filled through networking and through reference. That's the best way you can get through. And that's exactly what we are trained. We are aspiring people to go through that in our academy. However, there are certain positions which you need to follow the traditional way. Resume, make it ATS friendly, apply online, then you go ahead. But yes, organically we grow. So we try all permutation and combinations to fetch that one role. We do not spray and then pray. We don't use that methodology. We drive through one particular JD till the end, and then we come back into the other. And by doing so, we are actually concentrating and investing our mind and energy on that one particular uh, JD, on the one particular role, and eventually going through it. And in doing so, we normally 98% of the time we get through that role, or even if that role is fulfilled by an IJP, they make sure we are so well connected with the hiring manager that they themselves refer us to the next position that comes through the company. It is such a powerful tactics that we will apply here. All right. So number two, please start making your thing, putting your accomplishments, put in there, putting your various other job details, specifications. Start doing that also, and do use this Google Alerts, which will give you. You can see my screen here, the Google Alerts. You can just, it's a simple tool. You start putting your whichever position you are in, and it will on a regular basis. You can choose that regularity. You can choose the frequency, and it will start to populate your email or the place that you either WhatsApp or a mail email on a regular basis. It will throw out those posts to you, those open positions, so you are well aware what are the posts coming, and then it will also show you from which source it is coming. It's such a powerful tool, guys, and it is fetching the information from all the job portals and sometimes even journals and then giving it to you. It's massive. It's a massive implementation in terms of getting your high, getting your magnetism, etc. All right, so these are a few of my testimonials, which you guys can see even in my website. Guys can see in my YouTube. So, for example, this is the folk Aditya who had been into our academy and applying in Germany, but he went through Australia. Right now, he's looking in Australian companies as well, and gradually he will move ahead from there. So you can see his testimonials. There are tons of testimonials all in my website. You can see here how the things are progressing for certain people who are presently in my academy, and also how people who have got one job are now applying for different jobs. So everything is transparently put in the website as well in the YouTube, and you guys will be able to see everything there. For example, I was also giving an example of this. You saw this person, his name is Ganesh, and he had joined our academy, like I was saying, 2 days back itself. And I had put it in my WhatsApp as well for everybody to kind of look into this. So he found a potential, we were helping him out in evaluating his niche identification, his parameters of which country suits him best. So he said the Eastern Europe or Western Europe suits him best. So we said, okay, fair enough. So Portugal, we found an opportunity, and we guided him in a very scripted manner, as you can see here, how he contacted this recruiter named Jakub, how he very innocently, very scripted manner. And these are all the scripts that we are providing you guys. It will be in German, Italian, French, name it, we'll have it, so that you leave that first impression there itself. All right. So that's how it happened. And then eventually, second time the connection was built. And then the third time he got an interview, and you can see the finally, this recently, guys, this is just yesterday. This is not something way back. This is yesterday I'm giving it to you, this entire thing, which is picturized. And this is happening weeks after weeks after weeks with us, with the students who are on board. They're surprised to see that how things were not moving before and how suddenly things started to pick up momentum. And we are getting those calls. Remember, initially I had shown you the rejection criteria. All those criteria just vanish into thin air. People start getting calls. People start getting to see the results. That's how it happens here. So again, testimonials in my YouTube. Please go and check out these testimonials. You will see the success stories of various folks there. Okay, in my academic candidates, Sweden. Okay, people who have been in my academy in Germany, Austria, Poland, France, everywhere people are going through. You guys can actually go and check out my YouTube channel. It's flooded with these testimonials. Is right in front of you. You guys can anytime at your ease. I can give you the the link as well. Just hold on, let me give you the link so that you guys can also just make a record of this. Okay. Also play a video for you so that you guys can actually see how things are happening out here. Okay, let me just play it for you.
I'm
We
doing good
have
only.
Vivek, and he has been a professional in digital marketing, and his aspiration has been to work in Europe. However, Europe being a very niche domain for digital marketing because it requires language.
Yeah, true, it's true, true.
Yeah.
Yes, true, definitely.
But yes, share your journey, how it was before you joined and during the course, and now that you have two jobs offer in hand. So please share your story of that.
Yeah. So like when I joined, when I was like searching all over the like on LinkedIn, I have tried Facebook, LinkedIn, so many of us like when I was going through YouTube videos, some of the YouTube videos suggested to like use Facebook for the job search. Some of the suggested LinkedIn. I have tried everything. Like it's almost I lost. I just thought that to join some company here in India and just go to and just go 8 to 7 job and do that time 8 to 7 hours job. But after joining your course, like when I was like I got your post from your Facebook group. Like I was searching through Facebook and I got your Facebook group and where we connected like for the first time I guess, and where I messaged you that helped me. It is phenomenal. It's helped me in every single aspect of my like. It helped me creating my resume. You have got like in one-on-one session we have discussed a lot about the my resume. I still remember it got us 3 days. Like in 3 days, we have just covered up the resume only. So the resume process was fantastic. That's why I came to know about the questions I am going, what type of questions I'm going to be asked in the interviews, what type of the interview questions, and the culture over like in foreign. I have given interviews like in Germany, Poland, and in 2, 3 Europe countries as well. And I got two offers from Poland, so it was fantastic. And the way you helped me in a one-on-one session regarding my resume, what kind of questions I have to be prepared. So I was fully like before joining your course, I was like blank. I don't know. Whenever I was in an interview, I was like blank because what I have written in my resume is totally different from what I am presenting myself. But when we sit together in one-on-one sessions and we have discussed, it helped me tremendously. Like it helped me like going through those
All
resumes
right.
and
So
what
yeah.
I was learning my own.
All right. So like this, you will find tons of things. So if I just share with you the YouTube channel, please go through it. You'll find tons of stuffs here. You'll find tons of informative information as well. For example, whichever webinars I had conducted recently, you will find them. The success stories. Again, you will find about the German language courses, Dutch language courses. You'll find about the festivals that our teams are celebrating their insights. Various other SWOT analysis that we have done. So you'll find everything, guys, here. Everything is here. You guys will get a lot of information here as well. All right. So yep, you please take a best, make best use of this as well. And yeah, let me proceed ahead then. Great. All right. So yeah, like I said, the testimonials are all there, and all you need to do is just go and browse and see, and it's all transparently there. So I also talk about branding. Let's continue a bit on this now. I also talk a lot about branding, because branding is also something which you need to show. Your visibility increases, your image increases. So we'll be helping you enhance your candidature, your profile in your LinkedIn or Zinc, making sure that when the recruiters look at you, in the crisp manner, he'll be able to find out, yes, this is the right person, especially looking at your candidature, looking at the profile, looking at your various other, portfolio that you have presented in the right manner. Formatting does matter, guys. Okay. So we'll show you that. Professionally, we'll help you, write the 3 adjectives. We make sure the quality is there. You're not randomly applying. We'll take a lot of meetings to and fro with you in order to assess you, make sure that you understand your corporate avatar vis-a-vis to Europe. In our impressions, what we think is that I am working as an assistant manager, so there is an assistant manager post there which I should do. No, it's not necessary. You need to see what is the best nearest position there and then apply there. You cannot get apple to apple comparison ever. You are working in a completely different domain. So you need to be flexible. You need to be rational in understanding where you fit best. So all those things we will help you understand. Yep. Networking is a great thing, guys. LinkedIn is a fantastic portfolio that you can use, the medium you can use to upgrade a portfolio. We'll be teaching you step by step, and not only teaching you, our team is seated there to take care of this. It's like a done for you, done with you program that will be coming, and I will show that to you in a short while how it happens. Okay. Like I said, yeah, it's a system networking. So yeah, uh, keywords, when you look into LinkedIn, like I'm talking about LinkedIn, keywords are very specific. How do you find job? People are asking, how do I find visa sponsorship job? There are certain ways of looking into it. Just type a word visa and you will get it. But there are other ways also. There's something called SMEs, small and medium sized enterprises. And 90% of these enterprises actually are visa sponsoring roles. And we have got an entire database of those things. We will show you how to tab into that database. And that database is not accumulated by us, it's actually provided by the government. From the US company from Europe itself, it is provided. And they want you to tab into it. Just because of our ignorance, we do not understand that. And we drift through the normal way of just applying through these portals, which lead us no results. So we will show you specifically how to progress ahead. So yes, the method is very simple, guys. Even if you want to do it alone, you can try it. You research the target company. And there are, when I say research, it doesn't mean just go and Google things. You need to find out the industry identification, which industry you fall into. Then which companies are catering to your candidature best. Then you look at the people. So first, industry and companies. Then you look at the right people who are there. When I say people, it does not mean the hiring managers or the recruiting partners. People could mean also the colleagues, because you need to build a certain base with them in order to approach the recruiting manager, because they are going to refer back whether you are well versed with them. And if you're going to say that, see, I came across you through this person, so they will go and check back that, okay, did you really have that? And when they see that these people are connected, automatically the mindset actually evaporates and they see that, yes, you are a trustworthy person. And then these people will vouch for you, saying that, yes, I know this person, she or he has applied, I'm aware of this, we have been in touch for about 2-3 months, I have seen his or her profile, I've seen his or her way of working, and she or he is absolutely credible, and we can look into it. And that's how you build up the current network, and that's how you directly reach out to them, and that's how you get the things implemented, guys. All right. I want to give you a quick view before we go into the market segmentation live demo, which I had told is the takeaway from here. I want to give you a quick view into European market. And we know the European market, when we talk about, it is basically the DACH region which dominates the entire Europe. What is DACH? It's Deutschland, that is Germany, Austria, Switzerland. So these are the most powerful segment in Europe who are actually ruling the entire Europe. I'm not talking about UK. UK is not part of Europe, but this dark region. Then you obviously have France on the second. You have Italy, Spain, Switzerland. So there are 44 countries, guys, okay, in Europe. Let me share this first with you, and then I will get back to this and give you more depth understanding into this, okay? Let me give you a quick understanding of what is dark region. There we go. So if you go here, so you can see here, this is the Europe map. So here, Germany, Austria, and here Switzerland, this one. So Germany, Austria, Switzerland, these are the dark region. Then you have France, Italy, Spain, Greece, Romania, etc. However, there are 44 countries in Europe, 44 countries, but not all of them are very prospering. Not all of them are very, flourishing. As these few handful of countries who have got huge job offers, and I will show you right away. Your minds will be blown away, and you'll be taken aback to see the result, which I'm going to show you right now. Out of this 44 country, guys, 26 countries are the Schengen countries. Do you guys know what the Schengen country is? Please type yes or no in the chat box. I would like to see a participant. Do you guys know what is a Schengen country is, guys? Please type no. Okay, Schengen countries, no, yes, great, thank you. So Schengen countries are the countries, 26 countries out of 44. There are 26 countries, European countries, which are Schengen countries. Now, what are these countries? They have got a law or a kind of a treaty signed amongst themselves that anybody can migrate or migrate or move around these countries without the regulations of visas. So you guys can take a train, go to from Germany to France, France to Italy. Among these 26 countries, you guys can easily move around. And among these 26 countries, not all of them use euro. Euro is the currency, guys, okay? But not all of them use euro. So there are less because Switzerland does not use euro, and there are a few more as well. But most of these countries, Switzerland, the only reason is that this is a more touristic place, so they're trying to hold back to their thing. So not all of them do, but most of them do. Okay, so we will try to see which country you fit best, because every country has a different flavor, guys. Every country in Europe has a different flavor. For example, Germany is more into mechanical and IT. France is more into fashion. Italy is into food industry. Switzerland, as we know, is more into banking and in terms of insurance, reinsurance is into that. Okay, Belgium again is the Brussels is the capital of Europe. The only continent which has a capital is Brussels. It's a lot of administrative related decisions are taken there. Uh, and obviously, Belgium is a great place. Luxembourg, such a small place, and it's damn powerful in terms of economics and also in terms of studies. A lot of folks go and study there as well. So every pocket of countries has a different flavor. So if you don't understand which country caters to you, you will be lost. You will be actually putting your energy in a different domain altogether. Okay, that's what you'll be doing. So you need to first assess yourself, your niche identification. Okay, once you know, okay, I am as an apple to apple comparison, this is my domain in India, and this is what I represent to be in Europe. Like I have done my niche identification. Most of the positions there are designated as this, which is catering to me. For example, I was an sales management advisor when I was working in IBM. And if I wanted to look into this position in Europe, let me share my screen and show you in LinkedIn what I'm talking about, and I shall do that. But before that, just have a look at Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France. So these are the top countries, okay, which have got a lot of employment. Now let me share my screen and show you what we're gonna actually do that right now. Okay, and show you how are we gonna progress in terms of LinkedIn, which I told you and some of you had sent as well. Okay, well, I will not be able to do all. I got many, but I will not be able to do all. But as much as possible, I'll try. Okay, 3 to 4 to make best use of this time frame. Okay, all right. Let me share this. So we just come to the LinkedIn. All right, you guys can do it simultaneously if you guys want to, and you'll be taken away. You know, it'll be great. So let me start to search a job here. Okay, by the way, are you guys enjoying this session? Please type yes or no. Finding it boring, finding it, of no use. Please type yes or no if you guys finding it useful, finding it interesting, want me to proceed in this space, any changes? Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for being so kind. All right. So let me show you. I will choose, in order to cater to everybody's requirement, I will choose 2 to 3 profiles, one being IT, one being non-IT, one being financial. Okay, so in this domain, more or less everybody's will fit in. But yes, if you want separately to evolve your this is called market segmentation, guys. Okay, what we are trying to do is that which of these countries are fitting best for you. Okay, and where you should actually concentrate. So everybody's candidature will be different, guys. If somebody is an IT professional, somebody is a scrum master, somebody is a sales advisor, somebody is a financial advisor, so on and so forth. Okay, so banking investment advisor. So we need to see which one best suits you, so that all our energy in the next 8 weeks will be concentrating on that to get you a couple of roles in hand. Okay, so now it's going to pick pace, guys, this entire webinar. So now let's have a look into this. All right, very common position, very common, because from the list which I got from most of you from a mobile which I saw just now, very common, if I say, is project manager. All right, and IT, we will look at software engineer and mechanical engineer, because these two aspects also are there. So let me just look at, but yes, don't be disheartened if I'm not seeing yours. Please call me we will do a separate niche identification for you. Or my team seated in Berlin and Netherlands, so either Joey or Jonathan who's seated in Berlin, or Joey who's seated in Netherlands, or Matthew who's seated in Sweden. I'll connect them to you. You can have a one-on-one with them, and they will show you this entire process for yourself. All right, feel free. We will guide you. The team will guide you. Go ahead, have a look into the segmentation, and if we and you find that you are the right fit for us to kind of mentor you and take you ahead in this journey with our methodology, then we can discuss further ahead how to take you forward. But as of now, let me give you some brief understanding into this. All right, so let's say project manager. Okay, all right, now most of us, so in India, please take note of this also, guys. Okay, in India we see 53 positions, so forget India. But where mostly people apply, most of the people apply in either Canada, Australia, US, right? We'll keep US aside right now. We'll just look at the people, most of the Indians, where will they go? So do take a note of this, guys. Okay, Canada, let's see. Just take a note of this, guys. There are 15,000 positions. Let me increase it for you so that you guys can be more, visible. Yeah, 15,000 positions in Canada. Keep a note of this, guys. Okay. Let me just, in fact, open the Excel, and so what we're going to see is you'll be surprised. Some of you have done the one-on-one, so it's okay. You guys can have a water bottle meanwhile, but yes. So let's see, project manager. Okay. Let's see Canada. So we got 15K. All right. Let's look at Australia. 8K. 8K. Now, just imagine, Canada is such a huge continent, huge, much bigger than Europe. Europe is one of the smallest continent, guys, I'm telling you. One of the smallest, at least 5 times bigger, 3 times bigger. So automatically our mindset is, what if Canada is having 8K positions, 15K positions? So that means that, and if Europe is, let's say, 3 to 5 times smaller, then there should be 3 to 5 times less positions in there. So that would be approximately 5K. That's what we are assuming. Am I right? Give me a yes or no, please. Am I right? Yeah, cool. Let me show it to you. I'll just put here European Union, guys. Just look at the result, guys. Just look at you just by using LinkedIn. Just look at the 78,201 EU. Okay, 78K. How much more bigger? How much more numerous as compared to Canada? And it's 5 times more, despite being 5 times less this in size. But where everybody is rushing towards, where everybody is hunting towards the job, is there, Canada, Australia, because everybody is going there. So you are also going there, thinking it's an English spoken country and everybody is going there for studies and they'll get through. So let me also try in the rat race that you guys are doing, which is fair enough. I have nothing to, no harm towards Canada and Australia, but I have myself, if you see my LinkedIn profile, I was also working in AXA Canada. So I know how it works, Montreal. Okay. So people speak French there. And as I'm a linguist, so I was always associated to that. But look at the number game here. Don't you think this is exactly what I'm talking about as a blue ocean and red ocean strategy? Don't you think this is what I'm talking about? This is where you will start to get those roles which you have been always aspiring for. And what better than living in Europe, the country, place where you can actually work and vacation at the same time. Every week you can go to, from, let's say if you're in Germany, you can go to Switzerland, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Denmark, Poland, Austria, and this Luxembourg. You can go to tons of places. 44 countries are there, 26 Schengen countries are there. Obviously UK, you need a visa, but that's very easy to get once you're working there. So not at all, you are living in a place, the dream place, and that too with so much of opportunity right in front of you. Now let me show you one more thing, guys. Before we further drill down into this, take a note now. Take a note. Now this is jobs. Okay. Now just look at date posted. If I go to date posted past month, out of 78, 61,000 jobs are still open for more than 2 months, more than a month at least. So if I go here, I put in my Excel. So out of this, 61K are still open for more than a month. You know what does this mean? What does this mean? It simply means that the demand and supply game, demand is higher than the supply. We are the products of supply who are being supplied. We are the products, right? Who are being hunted by the recruiters. 61K is open for more than a month. Had it been in Canada, Australia, within 3 days, the position gets filled. 61K are still open there. That means you have got a humongous chance, massive chance of being actually, absorbed there. All right. So this is what I'm just want to show you. Now we will do a further drill down, slightly further drill down, guys. Okay. We will take it anytime. And now what we will do is that we will try to let me and you board a bus, virtual bus, and let's go from country to country hunting the job. Let's see how the 78,000 that we saw, right? The 78,000 Europe, which countries are filling in best. So, these are the countries. Let's start with France. Okay. So I put here France. And you see in France, there are 17,000 roles. Okay. 17K. Out of the 78K, guys, out of the 78K for project manager, only project manager we are looking right now. Now let's look at Italy. 4.8. So let's say 5K. Italy is 5K. And I'm looking at the top notch countries. I'm not looking at all because I don't have time to do that. 44 countries, 26 countries will be difficult. So let me look at those 4 or 5 countries. Which other country? Please ping me. Which other country, top notch country you guys want me to look at? Which other country? Yeah, we'll come to that. That's the secret. Ireland. Oh wow, who said Ireland? Do you know? Okay, can you tell me, is Ireland part of Europe or not? So yes, Ireland is. Okay. So let me see into Austria. Okay, let's see Austria. Not Australia, Austria, guys. So 1,200, not too many, but eventually you will have 1.78K. So let's look at Switzerland. Some of you bring Switzerland. 3,000. Okay. Switzerland is 3K. Let's look at Netherlands. Yeah, Netherlands is a nice place, man. It's a land of wires, networks. 7K position, man. That's crazy. Okay, Netherlands is 7K. Okay, now let me come back to this. Okay, Germany. Just look at Germany now. 25,000 freaking roles, man. There. Okay, Germany 25K. Can you imagine? In Canada, how many were there? 15K. The entire continent, guys. The entire continent. Just look at Germany itself is having much more, 10K more than in Canada. Forget Australia. But where everybody's trying here. Everybody's trying here. Whole world is trying there. But you guys are at least have some aptitude that you guys chose to look out of the box. Look at a continent which is so promising. World War I has come and gone. World War II has come and gone. Still, we are having this serious stuff going around. We are having so many stuffs happening. But still, Germany stands strong like a rock. Why? I'll show you why. So Germany, there is something called DACH, guys. Okay, if you put your DACH in LinkedIn, you will see something called DACH, not Dhaka. DACH, okay? Just choose DACH. You know what is DACH? I'll show you what is DACH. So DACH is actually comprising of multiple countries who speak German, okay, such as Austria, okay, Germany, and Switzerland. Okay, so this ones. So these 3 countries comprised together are having 29,000 roles, man, just for a project manager. So tell me in chat box, if I have to coach a project manager who plans to join with me, which country should we both be focusing upon? Please tell me in the chat box for project manager. considering looking at this database, please? Which country should I be? All right. Come on, guys, be participative. I want more of you to just pin in there. Germany, Germany, Germany. Okay, great. So that's how it is. We are going to concentrate on Germany because it itself is so evident. Why should I concentrate on France? Why should I concentrate on Netherlands, Italy? But had we not done this research, this bit of informative evaluation, what we would be thinking, my friend has gone to Portugal. Let me try in Portugal. I had read something about Belgium. Let me try in Belgium. Okay, Poland is also doing great. Let's say Poland, for example. So Poland is prospering. Okay, let me see Poland, man. 3,000 roles only. Wait, 25,000, wait, 3,000. Got it? Now let me jump back to an IT role, okay? Project manager is a vast, it could be an IT, non-IT. Now let me tell you software engineer, just software engineer. I'm not going to get into detail of it. Which one, what, data scientist and all that, nothing of that. Though we can do that also. Time restriction, therefore I'm just doing this because I'm going to take some more time, half an hour more. So please guys stay stuck to this, okay? Software engineer. Again, let's do the same evaluation, okay? Me and you sit on a bus, virtual bus, and we go around the trip. So let's start again with what is the famous, where the whole rat race is happening, Canada. Let's start with the Canada. All right. 16K roles, okay? So I'm going to put it here right now. And then let's say here, software. Canada is 16K. Australia. So now today you guys are going to play around with LinkedIn, okay? I want you guys to do this. 7K or 6.8, so 7K, let's put it. Coming back to Europe now, okay? Again, think from that perspective. Where Canada, huge peninsula, huge, geographic location, where whole world is concentrating on. Where Europe. Now let's look at. That's what we call an underdog. European Union. Look at this, man. Just look at this. 1,77,000 roles. Man, isn't it mind-boggling? Isn't it mind-boggling? And how recent roles? 4 days old only, and 8 applicants have applied. Can you imagine? Only 8 applicants. Had it been in Canada, in 4 days, at least 200 to 300 people would have applied for this role. Just 8 people. Just look at the blue ocean strategy. Blue ocean means red ocean, blue ocean. Genesis means red ocean is a saturated market. Blue ocean is a non-saturated market. So our attempt should be to step from a red ocean to a blue ocean. That should be the strategy that we should follow always. So just look at this. 8 applicant only. And there also might be locally only, an IBM company, for example. So don't you think you stand a chance to be selected from 1,77,000 freaking roles, man? I'm just going to put it here, okay? 1.77 lakhs, okay? Again, let's do a same segmentation. Now, how much time more you can calculate? 16K where, 1.77K where? Again, let me do France. Okay, let me just before that, okay? Let me just do before that, European Union. Now, among this 1.77 guys, let's see how many are still left open from past month. So I just go to date posted, okay? And I just do past month here. 1,38K are still left open. Can you imagine? 1.38 lakh still open. So can you imagine how much have been absorbed and how much is still open? The people who have been absorbed are far more than the total number of open positions in Canada. 1.77 minus 1.38 is far more than 16K. Simple maths. And where are you applying? Everybody's applying where? In that region, in that domain. And that's the reason I chose as a career coach to concentrate in this market, because this market is very, very promising. Yes, there are hindrances, there are challenges. If you're stepping from blue ocean to from red ocean to blue ocean, man, you need to go from certain bottleneck. There are challenges. That's why I am here, because I have been into 18 years into this domain. I have been working with them. I know in and out of the European culture from the perspective of an employee, and also from the perspective of an employer, from the recruitant perspective. I myself know the various languages: Italian, French, German. I know exactly what are the thought process. I know how they're looking at. Yes, and that's the reason most of the agencies are not fulfilling this, because of the communication gap. And that's where I will fill into this. So let's do a more navigation. As we said, France. Okay. Guys, you can do it simultaneously for yourself also while I'm doing this. Okay. Just open a laptop and do that. So France 20K. Okay. 20K. Let's directly jump to Germany now, so that we don't beat around the bush. Germany 34. That's 34K I saw. Yeah. 1 second. 35K. Okay. Germany 35K. Let's see DACH. DACH, as you were saying. So now you have one extra word that you guys know. Okay, the market which most of you were not aware about, DACH. 41,000 roles, guys. It's self-explanatory. Self-explanatory. Let me take one more. Let me take one more for those who are pinging me, crazily about, let's say, financial. Okay, finance. Finance manager or finance analyst. Okay, let's see, look into that. Again, Canada. 4,000. Okay, this is the past month. So let me put any time. Okay. 5,500 mere roles. Let me put at European Union. Boom. 21,000. Let me put a DACH, which is part of European Union. 3,000 roles. So can you imagine the power of this? Where you have to apply, where you have to, and yes, there's a proper way. There's a complete procedure to do that. You cannot just think, there are positions, so I will get it. If it was so simple, you wouldn't have attended this webinar. You wouldn't have come into this, because I'm sure you're coming into me after having done a tons of things on your own, tried, tested, not succeeded from what we have seen before, and then you are coming. So we need to do a niche identification with you, who you are as a corporate avatar. Okay. Yes, visa sponsorship also is a tons of that. For example, there are, so LinkedIn is not the right medium, brother Rosie, to look at the visa sponsor roles, because visa sponsor roles are catered from SME. What is an SME? Please go be part of my group and keep learning. I've taught what is an SME. You can go to Google. Okay, and just type there SME, small and medium enterprise. See, have revenue assets of less than that. So these are the industries that we target upon. Okay, micromanagement and medium-sized enterprise. You will get tons of the details in my academy about it. Okay, so these are the ones which you need to look at. And yes, go and type here, your European Union. Just go here and type here visa. This is how you do a search in LinkedIn for visa. Okay. Most of them will say no, see, because they require visa. This SAP definitely requires visa. There are few companies who do require visa. For example, this one also is in Romanian. But if you go through SME, man, you will be surprised that most of them are actually agreeing to provide you visa. For example, this one, visa sponsorship and all that is they are providing here. Okay, so you will find it, tons of them, you will find it there. Okay, you will find tons of them. But was it mind-boggling? Guys, type in chat box if you really found it mind-boggling, this entire small work that, platform work that we did together. Yeah, fantastic. Lovely, thank you. Okay, I will take 20 minutes more, guys. Okay, so I would like to take you to something more in detail. Okay, now we're gonna dive into we are gonna dive, like we saw, the most of the places, okay, in this segmentation, we saw are boiling down to dark region, correct? Dark region. But it's not necessary that when I say dark, that I will mean dark. Because I speak Italian, French, German, we have Portuguese, we have Polish, Swedish people going across the nations from our academy, depending on what the requirement. But as we ourselves witness that dark region is the most potential region, let us have some more insights into it. Let us see what it is catering to us, because if we are segmenting ourselves to go there, we should know some insights about the region. So let me dive into that. Okay, so job market in Germany, I could narrate it as dark. Okay, so this is the foreign population there. Okay, foreign population, not its own population, foreign population, guys. Okay, as you can see, the five most you know topmost countries: Hamburg, Berlin, Cologne, Frankfurt, Munich. All right. And these are his population criteria. Again, further down, breaking down into 82 million. Okay, major cities, foreign population, into the percentage, as you can see. Berlin. So most of the folks come to Frankfurt there. Most of the people move there. But Berlin also has a huge foreigner. But Indians, I always tell them to go to Frankfurt. The only reason I will tell you why I always encourage people to move to Frankfurt is because of simple this reason. Okay, if I go down simple, just look at this. If you are in Germany, okay, and I always say people who get the role there, don't just sit idle. Now I have got a role in Europe. Let me relax now. I am done. I'll work here till my retirement and enjoy my life. It doesn't work that way, guys. First 6 months you will be on a very supervised, very micromanaged view from your managers. Okay, you'll be really looked at pretty in fact, it'll go on for more than a year as well, and they'll be always skeptical of having hired you over somebody from their own place. So the best way is to make sure you're never sitting on your idle there. Start looking for other roles simultaneously, and that's what we do whenever we are helping people. We always tell them to look at two roles, get two roles in hand, and then move to Europe. Don't just move with one role there. Have two roles in hand with a span of joining date of 1 month after. Okay, so that once you go there, you can experiment and see if that one company is not working good for you. You have the other offer in hand to experiment and try. And you'll be anyway in probation period during the first month, so it won't be a hassle for you to move. So always go with two roles in hand, two job offers in hand, and go where. Suppose you're going to Europe, please try to look at first priority to give to Germany. Germany, why? Because most of its Schengen countries, the topmost countries, are revolving around this only. From here, you can go to Netherlands, give the interview in 5 hours and come back. Go to Belgium, give an interview 6 hours and come back. Go to France, give interview and come back. Switzerland, come back. Austria, come back. Czech Republic, come back. Poland, come. Man, you are sitting in the center of the thing to go keep experimenting. Furthermore, further drill down. Try to choose the place called Frankfurt am Main or Frankfurt Oder, which is near Frankfurt, Germany center. As you can see, from here you can go to Hanover, Hamburg, Essen, Stuttgart, Munich. Stuttgart is a very beautiful place, guys. It's a place which actually borders Switzerland. Switzerland is very costly, guys, very costly, but it pays you damn well. It pays you at least 40% higher salary, but again, it is costly. So now what happens here is that people who live in Switzerland and they need to do their grocery shoppings and toiletry shoppings, where do they go? They just go to Stuttgart, which is right beside. What's happening? They just go cross the border, go to Stuttgart, and they come back. So this border is a Black Forest region. From here, they migrate and they come back. But this is how you need to look into things. And these are all the things related to your expenditures which I have narrated here. You can take a screenshot of this and see, evaluate how it is. Okay, I have no issues. You can take the screenshots of my webinar. It's okay, because after all, the knowledge that matters, I feel. Okay, all right. Brussels, like I said, is the capital of Europe. Now coming back, so why I said these are the places you should look at initially. Okay, and one more thing, movability. People in India do not relate to the movability. In Europe, the movability is extremely fast. Okay, 300 kilometers you can cover between in 3 hours. If you go at the speed of 250, there are lanes which you need to travel 200 plus kilometers per hour. So kmph. So you can actually, you need to move there. If you go slow, you need to drift the lane, so you can actually move around. And plus trains, metros, you have tons of commuting manners there, which can easily will be you don't need to buy your own vehicle in the initial year, until unless you really want to. You don't need to, man. And there is so beautifully you can be located. You will see the drift in the lifestyle completely. All right, these are some of the benefits, guys. What is it? Lowest unemployment rate, 3.1%. This is what it is. And look at the shortage of labor. Okay, there's shortage of skilled labor. They want people. They're desperately looking. Till 2030, 3 million jobs are unfilled, is planned. But still, where people are running? PR, IELTS, Canada. It's no use. You have the ocean. You have, and yeah, look at. I'll show you more. I'll show you more benefits, guys. Professionals, you can work and educate yourself simultaneously. They believe in that. Okay, you can enhance your German skills, you can enhance your linguistic skills to be at a better position. 75% of the women aged between 20 to 64, 1,000 plus job portals, 77 million job ads monthly. Such a powerful thing. Unemployment benefits, suppose you lose your job, 60% of a net salary or 67% net salary you will have if you have children. So 67% if you're alone, 60%. And that's the reason unemployment rate is so low, because people who are unemployed are the ones who want to be unemployed. They're to reap this benefit. Okay. So yeah. And these are again furthermore additional benefits. 30 days of vacations in a year, public holidays, entire Ferragosto is there. I hope I showed you the Ferragosto video. If not, I'll just show it to you right now to just give you the breakage, understanding how it looks like the lifestyle out there. 8 hours, and you cannot work more in Saturday, Sundays there in the office. You need to take permission to do that. Okay, that's a big no. Okay, and if you're working overtime, you will get additional benefits from there. Okay, like I said, Saturday, Sunday, you need to take the permission from the work council. It can be rejected because of the factor of the employee safety. All right. Best work-life balance, lowest youth unemployment rates, and mother and father are both, without leaving their job, they can take the benefit of maternity and paternity leaves, which can go up to 3 years, guys. Okay, you can join after 3 years, your position will be secured. Obviously, the payment will be stopped initially, but here in India, what happens if somebody goes and comes back? They say, oh, sorry, the position is filled and blah blah blah. I don't want to reiterate that. Okay, so working culture is great out there, even for English speaking countries. Okay, so this is about me. Like I said, slightly, I have lived there, I worked there, I have uh, networked with folks. I've been into hiring when I was working in IBM in France, in Switzerland, in Italy, Lodi. So yep, that's about, and this is the team that I work closely with in this academy in order to develop the program. As most of you would have already got in touch with Jonathan, who's in center here, Matt, who's bottom here, Joel also, we have hired him on the picture, so he also is taking a lot of preliminary. He's seated in Netherlands, so he's also doing one-on-ones. And these are my team who initially I had worked with. So they're all there, guys. And yes, we have an in-house German and French, Dutch, Italian, Portuguese. Those sessions are also planted for you to, and these are concentrated, guys, concentrated courses. They're not talking about a poem, literature, cut to cut about professionalism, so that you can crack that interview, you can build a rapport with your colleagues, you can do everything. We have got scripts also in this, so that you can actually, using those scripts, you can crack those LinkedIn communication that we showed you initially. Who people are getting every other day, they're getting interviews scheduled because of these scripts, because of these things that we are teaching them one by one. I personally sit with them and I help them out. So this is the program basically, which we can discuss. It will be a step-by-step term application coaching tailored program. We'll be defining your option-based profile analysis. We'll be helping with the targeted jobs. And if you take it further down, so these are all the courses that we'll be touching upon during our, sessions as we proceed, the 8-week sessions. All right. So those of you have not been able to join my WhatsApp group, please do join the WhatsApp group, guys. Okay, I think most of you have come from there. If not, This is the link. I'm just putting it in the chat box so that you guys can actually join the WhatsApp group. Okay, guys, let me put it, and please take it from this. So this is the WhatsApp group. Please join this. And also I'm giving you the link to my masterclass. If you have not attended one of the another masterclass, this is a webinar I'm having, so I think fair enough. But do go through the YouTube channels. These are my all social media things which I'm giving here. Okay, go through this. Go through this. This will be helping you more in terms of, so a lot of knowledge is there, guys, about Europe. People are not understanding it. So one is a WhatsApp group, another is a YouTube, one is Instagram. I'm active there like hell, man. I'm just active. If any question comes, anything comes, I'm right there on top of it to resolve, because I love helping people. I love coaching people. I love kind of guiding them to this market, which I have really lived and I have really enjoyed. Okay. So yeah, this is what, again, I was some more insights into the speaking countries, private and professional life. You need to make it separate. The Germans, how do they look into things? Small talks are not appreciated. Somewhat do's and don'ts, those we will teach you. Culture, because I stress on culture, reason being, getting a job is not a big deal, guys. It is not at all a big deal. In our academy, we keep getting these roles on a weekly basis, lots and lots. I stress on surviving these roles, sustaining it, because it should not be that after a lot of effort, okay, you have not been culturally trained and you land there and you do some mistakes unknowingly, unconsciously, which costs you the job, and then you're back to square one. That should not happen, guys. And all your effort will be gone in vain. So getting a job is not a big deal. Sustaining is one, and we'll be training you so that when you go there, you're stepping into the shoes, you are aligned with the thought process, you are in line with the culturally, and you can actually do a weekend outings, coffee talks. How do you actually go and lunch with them? How do you connect with them? How do you kind of navigate through them? How do you ask for promotion? How do you do everything? We'll be teaching you. People are still associated with those who have gone in Europe successfully and they want to move the role. Still they come back to us, hey Alok, I really am not looking for a new role, I'm ready for it, what do I do? And then we have a separate sessions on teaching them, helping them, guiding them, and coaching them. All right, so these are few of the things. How do you dress? How do you talk to Germans? You talk about whether to crack any conversations. Okay, employee retention. Okay, they do not switch jobs, Germans, so there you stand up great chance of switching jobs, because that's something they are not very much versed with. And Indians, as in Indians, we are always on our toes. Okay, how do you dress? Everything will be there. Okay, how do you socialize? Working less and getting more. How do they perceive you in terms of when they give you certain roles and responsibility? Like in India, we are used to my manager, my team lead will always be on me. If not, he'll coach you. But that's not the way there. They hired you. They assume that you know your domain perfectly. They don't need to interfere and teach you. Yes, certain things they do teach. Languages, their trainings will be given. But those those etiquettes, email etiquettes, chat etiquettes, you need to have. All right. So yeah, this is something which we will touch base slightly on the later phase, considering the time frame about that. But yeah, I think this is going pretty well. I hope you guys are liking it. Yeah, let me show you. Oh, somebody is asking, what about a visa sponsored role? Let me show it to you. Let me show it to you. This is how a visa sponsored role looks like. Relocation package and visa sponsorship for international talents and more. This was one of the employee who we had helped, okay, for Paris Ile-de-France, who had to go, and 1 month of fully paid leave, parental leave, and all these things was taken care of. You get that, man. This is a fact. This is not myth. Relocation package, visa sponsorship, international talent, to the extent that they will give you classes for learning languages also. Let me play this. Let me show this to you guys. Yeah. This is Netherlands. Netherlands is hiring big time, guys. Netherlands, you have something like a startup visa, which is crazy. They are looking for people who they're looking for folks to come down to their country in order to start up, associate with them. Okay, fresher. Like you can see here, pilot program is a 4 years till 2025 is gonna be. and there's no IELTS, no language test, nothing is required. Freshers also can and improvise in there, and you can even apply without work experience. And this is a collaboration between Netherlands and India. They have got the work visa that they have drafted specifically for us Asians, specifically us Indians, to kind of move there, because they understand our potential. They understand how we are, segmented. So yeah, this is a great thing. So see, so Canada, Amsterdam, you have a lot of stuff. Somebody had asked this question, so therefore I'm saying again, you're having a lot of visas, things in UK as well. The scale up visa, which is there, yeah, UK is there as well. Fantastic, we can help you in there also. Then Portugal, 15 June 2022, it was approved to create 193 jobs in the next few months, as you can see, because they have a crisis of people coming and working there. Literally, such a small country, you wouldn't believe, but Portugal is hiring big time. So Ganesh, who had offered, he has applied in Portugal. It's an English job, guys, English speaking job. It's not even a language speaking job. Austria again is one of the most prospering country. In order to, they are also offering the visa. So visa sponsor jobs are there as well. Sweden again, you are having visa sponsor jobs. So do join this WhatsApp group, guys, as I showed you. Let me show you the video. Hi, it was great to speak to you and to see that your aspiration towards Europe, inclining interest towards working in Europe has been great. So I would like to put forth a program that has students in the past to fetch a promising role in Europe. So I would like to take you through the slides. For example, we have this job search strategy that we have designed and which has really proven results. It was a 6 week, but addition to this, we have added 2 more weeks of session of one-on-one with me with 2 additional key features that I'll be talking to you about shortly. Like I said, it's a mechanism which is fantastic in terms of learning, guidance, implementation, and done for you. All right. So this is the 8 week program. Basically, it's comprising of we will be providing you the complete training. Be it understanding the market, your niche identification, how do you penetrate into interviews, how do you apply for jobs, how do you crack an interview. We'll be giving you 12 templates, 12 to 15 templates. Those are absolutely in the respective language and which have really yielded results. And I mean many of the and these have been designed by the experts. We have our language academy as well simultaneously running. So let's bring it down further. And we also have, in terms of providing a done for you job search and applications on behalf of you. So for example, this is what my team does for a specific person who's looking for a job in any of the country. For example, this person was looking in France. He was a French spoken from the HR manager. So we have fetched him all the jobs which are related to him in the particular country for the particular domain that he is expertised in, and we have applied and he has fetched a role from there. So this is a program that looks for Guys, use your headphone if you're not able to
translated
hear
ATS
properly.
documents that we'll be preparing for you. We'll be also doing the resume, cover letter, and redesigning of the LinkedIn on behalf of you. We'll be doing the translation of all the templates, email, chats, calls. We'll be also tailoring and scripting how you'll be presenting in the interviews. To back up this entire thing, we'll be giving you a 1 month certification language course, and it's a power pack course which is happening, of which the sample I will provide you right away in this attachment itself. Like I said, followed by there'll be a done for you job searches application by the expert team. They'll be applying, they'll be searching the jobs, which is 70% match on your, and they'll be applying it to get you a great role, and we'll be tracking it on a regular basis. So this is the 8 week program. More in details, we'll be first working on a niche identification, then how are you placed in the market, how do you penetrate into the European market, which segment, which country with the best skill set. We'll be drafting your cover letter and elevator pitch to the top niche possible so that you actually crack it in the first go itself. We'll be drafting your resume
Will be with the ETS driven. Also, it has to be Europe friendly. There are a couple of sites that we'll be following, which is approved by Europe. So we'll be doing that. We'll be translating your resume, your cover letter, your motivation letter, and your LinkedIn profile in the respective language. If you're choosing for Italy, it will be Italian. If you're choosing for France, French. If you're choosing for German, it'll be in German, etc. So we have an expertise all over the world. We have a company list built up, which will be recommending you so that you can crack up the interview in the initial front. We'll be providing you the networking system, networking tracking mechanism as well. We'll be providing you the interview tracker maintenance, how to do that, how the interviews will flow, etc. The job portals, the trainings. We'll be customizing your interview preparation, mock interview, and the salary negotiation, notice period, joining date, discussion, skill demonstration. What is the issue with the European interview system? How do they look at your candidate? What do they look for in a candidate? What do they want them to speak the first word? How do they want them to negotiate the salary? Everything we'll be teaching you. And we'll be giving the templates, like I said here, in English as well as in foreign language, so that you crack that edge, when you speak, the first impression that you provide is the best impression. To back it up, we'll be providing the language session on a regular basis, not once in a while. It'll be on a regular basis, the language sessions, and you'll be actually be certified at the end of it, which will be really adding a feather on the hat once your resume is prepared. Then we'll be teaching you about behavior etiquettes and how do you actually navigate in Europe, from taking a train to getting into the cafeteria with a colleague, and what you need to do, how do you look for apartment. Everything we'll be providing you in details. Plus, my expertise team will be searching the job on behalf of you with your candidatures, tailor-made jobs, and they will be applying on your behalf. Initially, in the first page, we'll be providing you the jobs which are visa sponsored, and simultaneously we'll be giving you the JSV guideline checklist, job seeker visa, so that even the jobs which are having the visa requirement can be fulfilled with your candidature. So everything will be there. You can see such an intense power pack program. It's an 8 weeks program which is just customized for you. This is what we will cover in your program on a one-on-one, provided to you on a detailed manner. All right. So yeah, this is what is a Power Pack program, and I'm looking forward for you to, come on board and make the best benefit of this until this offer is there for you. All the best, and looking forward to see you on board. Great. So yeah, this was it. I try and answer them. Okay. You can just send in your questions, and I will try to answer you guys. All right. Yes, please. Is it true, Anand? Anand, is it true that if I work in UK, I can get a job and work in everywhere in EU and not vice versa? It's opposite actually. If you work in UK, you will not be able to work everywhere else. But if you work in Europe, again, you will not be able to work in UK. The only reason that I want you guys to kind of choose Europe over UK is that you get a movability amongst the 44 countries. At least the 26 Schengen countries you get. UK is it's a good place. It has a lot of potential, definitely, but it's isolated. It has a great potential. So initially go to Europe, stabilize yourself. It's a beautiful countries, man. Just look at the pics behind. It's a beautiful countries. You will love the whole environment out there. You will love the whole background of it. You will love the whole, the cultural effectiveness, the food, the people, the socializations. Everything is so well kept there. The movability, it is excellent. Even the packages to certain places are great. This is for example, I was in Italy. Burano, this is one of the villages, people who have not even visited there. And it's such a beautiful, nice places. People actually enjoy their life there. Yeah, let me take the second question. I have booked a slot with Joe. Also need to connect with. Yeah, sure, sure. So have a slot with Joe. Joe, he is in Netherlands. So let him assess you, and if he finds that we both, you and us, are a good connect to work together, let him assess you. Then certainly, I would love to take you on board. Definitely. Yeah, Ashish, sure. Do EU provide, Mohammed Sada, do EU provide free education and medical to my dependents like Canada and US? So yes, like, of course. So see, I'll tell you one thing. Even if you don't stay there, if you're not part of Europe, still you can apply for the free education. Your kids and all that, they can apply for the free education, but they have to go through the entire route like everybody else. There are a lot of universities who are providing, free educations. But yes, you are living there. Just imagine what are the benefits that you can reap out of there. The country will definitely look into your priority. Definitely. English job, Royal Kamal, yes. Sir, English job available in Germany for mechanical engineer. I have 1 year. I have 5 students presently on board for mechanical engineer. So you are on the right track, I would say. Mechanical engineers are hugely, humongously in demand because they are specializations which is happening as well from the mechanical engineer point of view. Thank you, Ashish ji. Yes, so you please, Rupam, may you please get in touch with the team, and they will definitely guide you. Let them first assess your candidature, whether you are the right fit academically, experience wise, because I have a very specific profile of people that I'll be working with, mentoring with. So accordingly, I will be making sure that you guys progress ahead. Okay. Yes, so 1 year should be enough. Yes, 1 year experience, if you have that, also fair enough. What about Hungary? Why do you want to attack Hungary, Thomas? Is there any specific reason? And what is the profile? I would really need to see that. Then only I can advise you, because Hungary being a very specific market, guys. So, it's not that much of a fresh market wherein you'll be able to get a lot of stuffs. But I would say that look into the other domains. Okay, the domains which are into Germany, dark, for example, into those. I'm sure you will be getting a lot of opportunities out there. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So yes, it's a beautiful place. Yes, I totally, you can. As somebody's asking, do we can move around as well? Yes, you can move around. Like you can see, every week, literally, I used to do a lot of, when I was staying, until I got bored of moving around in Europe. Then only I came back. But I had lived my life to the core in Europe. I had really kind of moved around. My kids grew up there, and I had also been there. So I kind of every week I used to move around. Every week I used to go to different countries. Movability is very easy. From that perspective, everything is very approachable. You eventually learn to adapt to their circumstances. You get a lot of benefit. Education is free out there, guys, for kids. Okay, medical facilities are also very pretty much strong as comparatively. So yeah, that's it, guys. I think we shall call it a day, and then I would really request you to connect with us site and try to connect with the team. All right. So look at the masterclass, aurolingua.com. Okay. Go to this Facebook group, YouTube group, Instagram group. Look at that. And then I'm sure if you find that my way of coaching is good, if you find it attractive, if you find that, yes, I can really take you across to this whole hurdle, then feel free to join our hands and we shall work together very hard and we shall take you across. All right, guys, we shall stay in touch. All right. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Take care. Ciao.